Guys, it's Jessie from Jessie's Creative Corner, and today I'm going to tell you guys about how I met One OK Rock, one of my favorite bands. Recently, I went to one of their concerts in July for their Ambitions tour. It came to Cincinnati? Was it Cincinnati? Yeah, Cincinnati. And I bought meet and greet tickets. Mom drove me, because I can't drive for obvious reasons. And we met them. They were all super nice. I wasn't ready for the guy to take the picture. I'll put the picture here. But after the meet and greet, we're sitting there, and you know how, it's like, the seats are here, because it's all, in general admission, except for this one little area. It was all standing, except for this one little area. But, right here's the thing. Right here's where the seats are at. Here's, a staircase right here. And then all of the way on the other side, it's another staircase. And there's a downstairs to go, and there's downstairs, which is where the bathrooms and stuff are at, and that's where, obviously, the dressing room was at, too. Because the place that we were at, because this was the first time, it wasn't actually a big stadium tour, but we're sitting there, and you know how you, we're sitting there waiting for this opening act to finish up. I can't remember what the opening act was called, because there was only, one listed. I had no idea Set It Off was going to be there. But we're sitting there waiting for this opening act to finish up, and you know how you're just, sometimes you're just off in your own little, and you're not really paying attention. We're sitting there, and I just, out of the corner, you see someone out of the corner of your eye. We're sitting there. My peripheral vision sucks. For obvious, I'm legally blind. It sucks. My peripheral vision absolutely sucks. I mean, I have it, but I don't know. But, just, randomly out of the corner of my eye, I see somebody, and I turn my head even the slightest, and it's Toma, and I'm just, dead silent. I couldn't even, and they are walking past us 3 feet away from us, and you would not believe what my mom said. She didn't see the look on my face or anything. Obviously. She didn't see the look on my face or anything. And what she said just, blew my mind for some odd reason. You could have took their picture, is what she said to me. And I was I didn't really say anything, but when you're in that, it's with any artist that you like or whatever, when you're in that situation, your first thought, they didn't see us, by the way, but your first thought is not to take a picture, because that's the first time ever that something like that has happened to me, and, it just, for that experience, that is the best concert experience I've ever had. Just because of the meet and greet and what happened. And that was, so I went to One Direction. I saw One Direction twice. I saw Five Sauce, not counting when they were opening for One Direction, I saw Five Sauce twice. So that's 5 concerts. So I've been to 7 Jason Aldean. But that was hands down like the best experience I've ever had, just because of the. But anyways, I met him, and that happened, and we watched him like walk down to where the dressing rooms were at, which was downstairs, and I book it. After that, I book it to get my seat, not my seat, but my spot. The thing where you're standing at was all concrete. And I was at a slant for 5 hours between Set It Off and waiting for One OK Rock and One OK Rock's performance. I was standing there for 5 hours in Converse. Yeah. Now tell me my feet didn't hurt. I could barely walk. I was like limping, and then I could like, oh, never again. Don't do it. Don't do what I did. Life lessons from me. And I have some videos shook. Oh my god. Take what you want, take what you want, So that was some of the videos that I have that are decent, that nobody is screaming like, you know, a hooligan or whatever, and that I'm not scream singing. And there was another thing that happened to me in the middle of the concert. Okay. Well, there's two things, but the other one doesn't really matter. The guy was just really stupid. The guy behind me was just really stupid. But the one is like crazy amazing thing, because my view, I'll put some pictures up. My view of the concert, like my view of the performance, I was probably the fourth or fifth row of people. So, like, I was about the fourth or fifth row of people, and Taka made eye contact with me, and I was like, that just happened. This is like, I know that's kind of weird, but like, I don't know, it's just like all that, and all that, like the whole mixture of things, you know, when you get a concert high. That was probably my worst concert high ever. Um, but I met him, and the concert was amazing. There was this one point where I honestly, because I made a concert buddy. Yay, concert buddies. I made a concert buddy, and at this one point in the concert, Taco was like, circle me, and we honestly thought that, like, we were making a circle, and then I honestly thought he was gonna jump down in the crowd, and I was like, he butchered that plan, he butchered whatever plan he had, though. He butchered his plan, and I was like, no, why? Because it was amazing. He sung all my favorite songs from the album. I did get an autographed copy of their album, Ambitions, which is amazing. I love Ambitions. It's probably my favorite album so far. I haven't heard all their albums. I've heard as far back. I mean, I've heard bits and pieces of, mostly, like, I cannot pronounce. I will put the album cover in the video. I'll put the album covers in the video because I don't want to butcher the name. I mean, I'm learning Japanese, but I'm not good at it yet. I'm not good at pronunciations yet. So I'll put them up here. I've heard those, like, bits and pieces of these albums, and then I don't know what I was doing, but there's this one song, I'll see if I can put a link in the description. It's, like, off their first album, so it's, like, 2006, where it's not just Taka singing, Toru is rapping, and I'm just like, I'll see if I can put a link in the description so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's my story about how I met One OK Rock and my concert experience. So please comment, like, and subscribe for more. I will have more content soon. Bye!